There are lots of reasons why someone can actually die during sex, and I want to shock you. It's never going to be more of the female gender. It's going to be more of the male gender dying during sex. All right. So it's just for you to know and be prepared. Whatever you see, whatever, and also for you to know how to, keep up with life and live longer and not die such death. I mean, who wants to die while having sex? I don't want to. I don't know about you. Hey guys, so this is entirely different, and I'm just gonna start off this way. I, growing up, I was a very observant young girl, and of course, still observant. So I got to watch and got to see the trend of events. I found out that once in every 3 months, you're gonna have news like a 59 years old man, a 62 years old man, a 65 years old man, from that 50s, 60s, died while having sex. And I kept seeing news like that when I was little, and even growing up, I kept seeing news like that. I don't know about you, but I remember it. So it got to a point I started wondering, okay, why do they die? So many people made up this thing from the whole chain of events. They were like, what if those ladies are from the Marine Kingdom? Nigerians are so sentimental and all that. So what if those ladies are from the Marine Kingdom? What if the what ifs were so much? And I am here to clear that what ifs. I am here to clear the what ifs. Alright, so I need you to listen. There are lots of reasons why someone can actually die during sex, and I want to shock you. It's never going to be more of the female gender. It's going to be more of the male gender dying during sex. All right, so it's just for you to know and be prepared. Whatever you see, whatever. And also for you to know how to, keep up with life and live longer and not die such death. I mean, who wants to die while having sex? I don't want to. I don't know about you. All right, so back to the main thing. It's kind of a very funny topic, but definitely you're gonna enjoy it, and of course you're gonna learn. All right, so even as you're enjoying the whole crazy details I'm going to be giving, I need you to take your biro, take your jotter, and put some things down. It's gonna help you. It's gonna help you. It's gonna help your generations. Okay. Down to the main thing now. I'm going to talk about different instances that is going to bring about this particular bad situation or bad happening. I'm going to put them down and you digest them one after the other. All right, so let's start with this. We're going to start with hypertension. All right, so most men in that age range, you're gonna be seeing men in the age of 40s, 50s, 60s. In this particular instant, it's hard for you to see a man or a guy in the 20s have this, unless there are some underlying issues, which of course we'll also talk about. We're going to touch it. All right, so now if a man in 50s, 60s down with hypertension is having sex, so how does hypertension affect? How does it lead to the death? How you want to know how? All right, I'm going to tell you how. All right, so now I'm just going to put hypertension in a layman language, in a way everyone understands, even a child understands. Hypertension, it's more like, let's say there is a weak blood vessel, or there is a blood vessel which already has some gallops in it. When I say gallop, what I mean is some fatty plague in it along this blood vessel, or the blood vessel is weak already. Remember, this person is in the 50s, is in the 60s. Of course, the person is growing old, and the person is growing old. Other things in the body is equally growing old, growing into 60s and 50s and 70s. All right, you're not gonna be 50s and your blood vessel is gonna be like that of 20s. Doesn't happen that way. All right, so this guy has got a weak blood vessel, or has got some fat deposits along the blood vessels. What is going to happen? Now, the blood is coming with so much speed. Blood is coming with so much speed from where it is pumped from, definitely from the heart. The heart pumped blood, to deposits to go into systemic circulation, or blood is coming from wherever it's coming from, heading straight to the heart. And now we expect the blood to travel in a particular pressure so that everything goes the right way. But as it stands right now, these fatty deposits have formed the resistance, so they're like making the blood travel in a lesser pressure, trying to make the blood travel slower, but the blood has been pushed with a particular pressure, has been pushed with a particular force, and is meant to travel in such force, in such pressure. And now the blood is trying to push, and it's like, man, I gotta move. And then the fatty plate is like, no, we don't want you to move, you have to take it slow and easy. And the blood is like, no, I don't do slow and easy here. I mean, hello, we are pumped and we gotta move with the force from the pump. And the blood is trying to move and push, and the fatty plate is like, hey, hold up bro, hold up. So that is what the situation is like. All right, so after the whole thing, you find out that the blood pressure of such individual increases, like it's more than what it should be. Why? Because the blood was making a certain push to go across the deposit, across the resistance, across the weak blood vessel that was not engaging and making things easy for them. So you find out that the blood is now moving with much pressure, maybe times 2 of what it should move at earlier. So you see what I'm saying now? I know you do. So down to the next one. For people that have had issues, maybe for people that their heart is weak and they cannot do much work. All right, now I want to bring it in a practical scenario, and you have to listen, please. So this man's got a heart problem where the heart cannot do much work, and this particular day the wife is looking so beautiful. I mean, when I say beautiful, I don't mean pretty, I mean the wife is looking so beautiful that the man's got his heart racing. And one thing about some hormones in the body, when you are aroused, there are some hormones that are released. All right, so the adrenaline is released. What the adrenaline does is it increases the heartbeat, increases the rate at which your heart beat. Contraction and relaxation of the heart becomes times 2 of what it used to be, or it was. Just like when you say you see someone that, okay, now you saw your crush, and then your heart flutters, and you're like your heart flutters. So you saw your wife this evening, she's looking so beautiful, and man, her curvy hips is more accentuated in that dress she's wearing, and now your adrenaline is like, wee, here we come. And now your heart was supposed to be like, all right, but now because adrenaline is released, is in the bloodstream, what happens is your heart's gonna be like, oh my goodness, wow, Weasel. your heart is going to be like, woo, times 2 of what it used to be. All right, so your heart is going, gaga. So, and now you're trying to engage in some sexual activity with this woman. She is irresistible, I know that. So you are down with her and you are doing your thing. Remember, it is the men that do most of the engagement. Even if there are also situations where the women are on top, it's kind of rare. It's kind of rare. Okay, let me put it this way. If you're gonna have like 4 rounds, and in that 4 round you can have 1 round dedicated to the ladies, I mean the lady take the lead, but the 3 rounds belongs to the man, where the man takes the lead. That's just what I'm saying. So most times we see scenarios where the man takes the lead. All right, so that's what I meant. Now you are a man, you are in your 50s, you're in your 60s, you have hypertension, you have heart issues where your heart cannot take much thing from you, where your heart cannot take much stress. And now remember, adrenaline has been released. The blood vessel has this resistance against the move of blood at the pressure it should move at, so making the blood to move at times 2 pressure of what it's supposed to move at. So you're gonna end up having a man struggling with life, all right, before he even finishes with the woman we're talking about. So now you're in the business, you're trusting, you're trying to satisfy yourself and of course make the woman feel good. All right, so it gets to a point where, because remember, when sexual activity is being engaged, what happens is that blood has to be pumped from the heart down to the reproductive area. So has to be moved from the heart. Remember, blood is pumped from the heart, so it is moved at a certain pressure down to the reproductive area, so that there will be, a very smooth intercourse, there will be erection will be maintained, orgasm will be achieved, and many other things. So you find out that you that is hypertensive, you that have issues already with your heart, is going to end up stressing your heart even the more. You're going to end up stressing your heart the more, and at that point, if your heart cannot take it anymore, it shuts down. Now you see someone that is on a woman, and all of a sudden he's down with cardiac arrest. And since most people don't even know what to do when someone is the first aid to give when someone has a cardiac arrest, the person is just gonna die off, because before you dress up and they run around, help me, I don't know what happened, the man is gone already. All right, so I think this is a message, a shout out to all the men out there. If you are in your 50s, you're in your 60s, you have to be very consistent with your heart checkup. You have to be consistent with checking your BPs. You have to, because we know it is inevitable to see your wife and love her. I mean, you're gonna see her someday and be like, babe, how far? You don't tear, I touch you. Come. I know that. All right. So let's do that and let's live right. See you in my next video. Bye.